working out how to play Everso Closely Guarded Line on stage with Cardiacs was a complete joy and something of a dream come true for me. I mean, I've always been fascinated in how my favourite songs work, but whenever I sit down and suss them out, some of that magic usually disappears. You know, the sounds, the chords, the melodies, or the combination thereof kind of gets decoded, and there's no mystery anymore. You know, it just becomes a bunch of sounds played by humans. And this was different. I still think it's just amazing. While I was doing this, Bill Drake gave me a few small pointers regarding the original sounds and where they came from, but I didn't want to bother him too much. So all the notes I worked out from stem splitting the records and painstakingly going through the keyboard parts. Some might call it a chore. I loved it. When I play keyboards with bands, I generally use MainStage on a Mac because it's super flexible and it allows me to do a bunch of stuff using just two keyboards, a 73 key one and a 49 key one, which is as much as my brain can handle when I'm on stage. One song generally uses one set of patches, but with this song I had to use two and change halfway through because I just couldn't cram all the sounds I needed into the real estate available to me. So the first half of the song, you've got the intro piano, a kind of slightly echoey. And then I've got a switch on this key, C1, which turns on a kind of sparkly synth sound. It's an emulator of the Korg Poly 61, which is a keyboard used quite a lot on this era of Cardiacs. It's really fun to fiddle around with it actually and see if you can hit the same patches or ballpark patches that Bill and Tim were using back in the day. And this is a sparkly sound, as near as I could get to the record. And it's layered with that intro piano. Then on the lower keyboard, we got like the main piano that plays at the beginning. Then I've got an expression pedal that turns on an emulator of the Gen string machine, which you'll also hear a lot of in Cardiacs in this era. If I press the pedal down, it layers that on top of the piano. Now, at the top end of the keyboard, you've got the famous TV organ, and that's layered with a kind of churchy organ sound, and the Gen string machine, so you get... And lastly, you've got a key up here which plays the answer phone message, so you can hear buried in the mix at the end of that section. So, shall we just play that first bit of the song? I think so. I'll just play the intro. Excuse me while I start the backing track.
One day, in a different way, we'll give ourselves a role in this petrifying life. Walking and breathing water never be the same. Try new skin and this machine, and I try my best, and I try giving all I can and holding to the window, but the world burns in my eyes. One day, in
Now it's the next day. I'm still wearing shorts, I'm afraid. And on to the second bit of the song. I mean, it's not really the second half. We've had 90 seconds. There's still 5 minutes to go. But the sounds in this bit, we'll start with the lower keyboard, which has a bunch of stacked sounds, but it's all based around the TV organ, which we can hear here. And if we turn on the expression pedal, that adds in another kind of churchy organ, and together those two sounds begin this second bit of the song. This C1 switch here on the top keyboard, that adds in a piano, which you'll hear in this bit of the song. And this switch here, C#1, turns on the Gen strings again, similar to the first half. And now there's one more layered sound, which is yet another churchy organ for the kind of big flourish right at the end. This key turns it on. Beforehand, it sounds like this. It's just, it's like turning it up to 11. Right up the top here, we've got what I call the Tim Quai sound. Apparently he had a mini Korg synth, which was used on a bunch of songs, but it made a really nice whistly sound. Which I've done my best to emulate with a Korg plugin. Now lastly, on the lower keyboard, we've got a rare example of me cheating. There's a bit that comes twice in the song that I call the fairground bit, that I just couldn't play it live because I ran out of keyboard space. So I played it at home, I recorded it, sampled it, and stuck it on this key. It allowed me a short breather amidst a really complicated song when we were doing it live. But just to prove that it is me playing, here you go. It's the Gen string machine and the TV organ playing together. Now, up on the top keyboard, we have another wealth of riches. Right at the top, we have sparkly sounds for the kind of slowing down bit. And immediately after that, you have that kind of magical shimmery section, which is a combination of the Gen string machine and a Mellotron choir. And I've doubled it an octave down so I can bring the tune out a bit more. And with the expression pedal off, because it was on just now, we have sparkly Korg sounds layered with piano as they were before, on top of which that Tim Quai synth plays. And I think that's it. Should we play through it?
That is life, and in laughter, to set your love.